Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie, hence the name Coffee with Katie. I'm not going to be having coffee today because I'm on a juice cleanse right now, but I am going to be doing kind of a book haul. It's more so showing you the books that me and my husband have gotten over the past few months, like even towards Christmas, what we've gotten for Christmas. So if you're interested in seeing a book haul, stay tuned. Alright, so like I said, today we're going to be looking at the books we've hauled. So all of these were not bought this month or anything like that. This was more so things that we got for Christmas presents. We also got a gift card to Barnes & Noble, so we were able to purchase other books and just kind of deals that we've come across over the past few months. So one of the first things I want to talk about is Days of Blood and Starlight. So I use the app Libby and I listen to a lot of books, audiobooks, via my library for free, and that's a great way to utilize your library, and I've definitely been doing that a lot more, and I only tend to buy books that I can't find at the library. So they had the first one on there, and I think they had the second, but my husband really wanted to read it, so we bought this. It was only $3. It was at like a Bradley's Books, which is kind of like a book outlet. They're brand new books, but they're just on sale from the overstock. So we picked up Blood and Starlight. Daughter of Smoke and Bone, I was not a huge fan of. I liked it, but I just thought there was a lot of writing and not a lot of plot or like furthering of the plot. So it's a kind of about like angels and demons type of a thing. And so I've heard that if you did not like the first one, that you may like the second and third one. You just need to keep going. So I was excited to try to give that a shot. The next books we're going to be talking about is something that my husband got for Christmas, and that is the Mistborn Trilogy. And I am also actually interested to read this and some more of Brandon Sanderson's works, but my husband's already read all of these. He loves them, and I'm excited to look into this. And I didn't know for the longest time that the main character was a female. I thought it was a guy, like this whole time. And some of the books we bought, again, using the Libby app, I listened to The Renegades by Marissa Meyer. And I absolutely loved it. Superheroes is just kind of something that's very interesting to me, and I really like fantasy as a genre in general. And so I listened to the first one in the library, but they didn't have the other ones. So I went to Bradley's Books again and picked up Arch Enemies, which was actually really cool because it was an autographed copy, and it was very comparable to other prices around that I had seen. So I've actually already finished this, and my husband just finished this as well. And I really love this series so far. And along with that, we also picked up Supernova. Now, I bought this when it came out, so this is one of the ones I've only bought brand new. And I was really excited about it, and I'm actually almost done with it. I'm like that far into it. So I'm really excited to see how this concludes. So some more of the books my husband got for Christmas was Children of Time. This is apparently about a civilization where Earth is failing and they're trying to find other planets that they can live on. This is by, who is it? Adrian Tchaikovsky. And they find this, they like send these spaceships and it ends up making these like giant smart spiders. Freaks me out, so I'm not going to be reading this, but he is really excited about it. The next ones we picked up were Nevernight and God's Grave by Jay Kristoff. So Nevernight is basically this girl, some sort of death happens around her and her family, something like that. And she goes to a school for assassins to get revenge. I love the sound of that. I've been wanting to read some Jay Kristoff, and I bought both of these in the UK edition because they were beautiful. And we actually just pre-ordered the paperback for Dark Dawn as well. And I bought these for my husband for Christmas, but I also really want to read them, so we're excited about these. The next one we bought is There Will Come a Darkness. And we actually got this at Barnes & Noble because the day that we happened to walk in to be looking at books, they had this one specifically for 50% off, and it had just come out. And so we picked it up and we looked at the synopsis and thought it was really cool. And it's basically supposed to be, this is a little blurb, I'll read you this. It says, "The deceiver ensnares the world with lies. To death's pale hand and the wicked fall. That which sleeps in the dust shall rise, and in their wake will come a darkness." And I think it's supposed to be kind of like Greek mythology almost, or Egyptian maybe. either way, it sounds super interesting, and we were excited to get that too. The next one we got, that John got for Christmas, my husband, was Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and this is the book club Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. He loves Leigh Bardugo. He's been reading her Grisha trilogy, and he really enjoyed it, so we decided to give this to him. But I'm not sure about the premise now that I've heard some reviews, but still, it'll be nice to read something out of my comfort zone. The next ones we got were more book of the month type of things. My husband's birthday is in January, and so for his birthday, I signed him up for book of the month, and then I added some extras in as gifts for him, and things that I was interested in as well. So, the first one we got is Fireborn. And I am so excited about this. It's about dragons, which is basically all I need in a fantasy book. And it's about this like girl and her dragon, and I'm just really excited. It sounds like a rebellion story and survival, and honestly, I just needed to know that it was about a dragon, and I was hooked. The next one we got from Book of the Month is All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. And this is really interesting because it's like a mermaid pirate story in a fantasy world. And I picked it up just because it sounded really interesting. Like she has to learn a certain type of soul magic, where there's different types of magic, and that's like the rarest and hardest. And so I was just super interested in that, and I heard really good reviews about it after I bought it, so that was really encouraging, and I'm excited to read this. I should probably stop saying I'm excited to read it, because obviously I'm excited to read all of this. One of the other Book of the Month books we got was called Havenfall. And this is by Sarah Holland. Yeah, Holland. So this book is interesting. I'm not sure if this is kind of my speed, but I did get it because I had to pick one of them, and this seemed like something that would interest me the most out of the choices. And basically it's saying that they're hidden deep in the mountains of Colorado, and things keep happening, like deaths happening, and people are getting injured, and there's something going on, and she's trying to figure it out and save her town. So that's not really something that interests me a whole lot, but at the same time I do like to get out of my comfort zone, and I've been trying to do some more. The next book we got from Book of the Month is the Guinevere Deception. So I was on Book of the Month when they were still doing the YA Book of the Month, and they kind of messed up, and I couldn't pick my book, and it wasn't shipping out, and I had all of these issues, so they gave me some extra credits, which is part of the reason I have so many from Book of the Month, for only being 3 months. But this sounded super interesting because she is a changeling. Guinevere is a changeling, and she's going to King Arthur's court to marry, but she's also trying to figure out some mysteries, and like sounded super interesting, and I really like knight, like Camelot type of themes, so this is going to be super cool with a little twist. The next book we got from Book of the Month is Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I am reading the Lux series. I actually have it up here, and I'm on the last book right now, so I've almost finished it. And this synopsis and just the world sounded really interesting. It's like demons and gargoyles that can come to life. So I've never really heard of anybody doing gargoyle stories, so I wanted to see what that was about. The next book we got from Book of the Month is Things in Jars by Jess Kidd. And this was one of those things where I was just trying to pick something that I thought John would like, and when I was looking through it, it said, there was a very specific thing that caught my attention that I thought was really funny. Her search is aided by an enchanting cast of characters, including a 7-foot-tall housemaid, a melancholic tattoo-covered ghost, which was the funniest thing to me, so that was really all I needed, but I guess she's trying to figure out a puzzle of a kidnapping. So it sounds kind of creepy, but kind of hilarious, so we thought we'd give it a shot. The last one from Book of the Month that we did get, and I am really excited about this one, is called Ash Lords. And this is by Scott Raintigan? I'm not sure how to say that. But this is about basically a race, and they're on these horses that are made of like fire and ash, and I just thought that was the coolest thing. Phoenix horses. They were gifted to them by the gods. Yeah, I was just super interested. It sounds like Gladiator-ish, so it's super cool. All right, the last two things in this haul were what we used our gift card on. So we found that there were some boxed sets of books at Barnes & Noble's that were 50% off. And so me and my husband both found two series of books in box sets that we had both been wanting to read, but never had picked it up. And because we had a gift card, we thought, why not? So we got these 50% off and used our gift cards. So he got the Scythe trilogy, which I'm really excited to read too. So we were kind of excited to get this all in one shot. So we have all of them here. We haven't started them yet, but excited to do it. This is by Neil Shusterman. And he is writing this basically from a utopia, I think, society where like disease, everything like that is gone. It's no longer in the world. War's gone. So in order to keep the population down, they have to basically kill people, which is the Scythe. There's these people that are tasked to do that. And that just sounds like a really interesting premise, so I'm excited. All right, the last book set is the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I was really intrigued. I think it was Haley and Bookland that I originally heard about them from, but this is a series about a girl that's basically trying to solve or catch these like famous killers or whoever they may be. And it just sounded so interesting. Like she uses science and she's really clever. And that is the kind of series that I'm really interested in. I like the idea of a woman being empowered and using different kinds of intelligent things to deduce things, like a Sherlock Holmes type of a story. So I was really interested in that premise, and so I thought it was safe for me to get all of them at once, especially because the library did not have these either. They're by Carrie Monzacalo. So guys, that's everything for today's video. There will be more book hauls coming because I did place some orders on Book Outlet, as well as a couple on Amazon and Barnes & Noble because they were really affordable, and everything's been kind of putting on sales right now. So I hope to see you next time. Bye.